Good morning. Um, the the latest rage is an exploding canvas, and so I wanted to make one, but I, don't want it just to be a picture. There's so many possibilities with this. I thought I'd go ahead and give it a try. And once I got started, it was like, wow, maybe I should just go ahead and video what I've done and show you how I'm going to complete it. The basic steps are you get an 8x10 or whatever size that you want. This is 8x10. You get a backing board of some kind, whether it's wood or another, the hard canvas or whatever it is that you want, but you need a backer board. So the backer board is just a very heavy, thick and very strong piece of cardboard, and I mean it's pretty solid. So that's what I'm going to use for this one. I took a Dollar Tree canvas and I turned it inside out. I measured some scrapbook paper that I like that to me is moody looking, and I cut it into fours, then just kept going until I liked what I saw. I did not make them all uniform. Some are thicker than others, and I kind of like that look. So I did glue it in. I made it just, oh gosh, maybe 1/8 of an inch too big, and I glued it and stuffed it underneath the frame. So that gave it some stability. Then I put the decoupage medium over the top. You can use Mod Podge or whatever it is that you want. So the other side was already pre-painted black, and I took some gold leaf and just used this brush and just went over it just to dress it up a little bit with the gold. I can always add more. You can't take it off unless you repaint it. So this is where I'm at. I took a skull that I had. This one is, well, I'm going to say it's about 4.5 to 5 inches. It's a smaller one, and I was cutting it, and then, of course, because of my dyslexia, I didn't cut it the same on the other side, but that's okay because I filled it up. I filled it up on the inside with foil. I did hot glue it because it just needs to not fall out. I just put hot glue in there just to keep the pieces from separating and falling out, so now it's not going anywhere, and it gives it some stability. So I'm not too upset with this because I have all these Band-Aids, and so I thought I would take one of these and put it here when I'm ready. So it'll look like he had a boo-boo on his head. Isn't that funny? So I may cut it down a little bit. It looks like it's a little bit too big, but it doesn't really matter at this point. But I wanted something to hide that. I just don't know. This is a little thinner on this side than this side. So I can really trim this down and cut it off there. As long as it sticks, I can still glue more to it, more glue to it so it's permanent. But I just thought that was a cute idea. I was going to use gauze, and then I realized I don't have any gauze left. So this will work once that backing paper is off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just cover this with some black paint, or maybe, I don't know, yeah, just some black paint, and then rub it all off. And this has got a spot on it that I don't like. But just some black paint will distress it a little bit more. And even though this is black, you know, the pieces are going to be folded over and glued to the frame. So I think it'll still work really well. Just like that. I can make it go as high as I want. I wish I had hands to match that. I would have the hands coming out, but I don't have any. All I have are large hands, and I have not seen any smaller ones. I've seen little hands, but nothing this big. And I had started with this idea, and I still could do that. I could have it coming out, but it just isn't the same. I like the way this one is made, so I'm just going to do this one. So anyway, make it your own. If you do one, make it your own, because there's going to be so many out there. Crafters are going crazy for this design. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do yet with this part. I just haven't decided. But I may just put him in the center and call it a day, because I really don't know what else I'll do, since I couldn't find any hands to go with it. But once I get it glued in, I can still make changes to it. But I just love that the skull is coming out of this. And the first time I saw this, I've seen a couple of different videos, but the first time I saw this, I went, oh my God, that is so, so adorable. And there's so many options that we can all do with this. I mean, it's just, it's just the coolest thing. So, yeah, I just really like it. And I think this, this paper looks good too. And I dirtied the decoupage medium with a dirty brush, because I had done this, and so I had sort of cleaned it out, but I left some of the paint in there, and then it kind of dirtied up the decoupage medium, which helped it a lot. I still want to go over the edges, and I will do that. But anyway, this is this is what I decided to do, and I'm going to twist these so that they look. I'm thinking I'm going to twist them and go on to the next piece, kind of like that. You know, like this one will go here and this one will go there. I'm not really sure yet. Once I get it, once I get the skull on there, then I'll make a decision. The only thing I would suggest is not going as far as the frame like I did. It's fixable, but I wish now I had not done that, because if you look, you'll be able to see. I can paint it. I can just pick this up and paint it, because I did not glue it down yet. So that was good on my part not to glue it down. I can still paint it. I can still decorate the inside. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that off camera. You don't need to see me paint it. But I'm just going to go ahead and paint the inside, and then go from there. I'll have the edges, I'll ink the edges and make them look dirty. Yeah, and then I will resume once I've got that part done. Okay, I've had several phone calls, and I just kept working. I had my one stapler got stuck, and I took it apart, and then I couldn't get it back together. So it's just been one thing after another. But I just kept working on it. As you can see, I have folded out the pieces of the canvas. I used this tape to hold it together. I tried hot glue, and all it did was just peel right off. So I put this on there. I will go around and and secure it a little better later. And when I put the skull on, I just didn't like it. I still like this. So what I want to do is I want to try to come up with a way where I can still use this. I don't know if I want to cut this off. Well, I'd almost have to cut it off up here and have it coming out of the frame. I'm just not sure how I'm going to secure the body. I could cut this and fold it in a little bit more. That's possible. I'm kind of thinking that's where I want to go with it. I think it looks a lot better with this guy. I mean, because they make them straight and they're not articulated, it's a little hard. I mean, I can cut it and, you know, bend it and then glue it. That's okay. I could also just do something like this and attach it this way where he's pushing himself out of the frame. That's totally doable. I kind of like that idea. And then I don't, because he would be having his arms straight, so that I don't think that's going to be an issue. I just need to know that I can support that. And I can still make the other one, I'll just make it different. You know, I'll make make it something different. But since I wanted this to be black and I wanted the gold and, you know, yeah, so that's what I have to do. So this is, I have to cut it about 1/2 inch higher than what that is. So about 1/2 inch. I'm going to just go right there. That's close enough. And let's see if these scissors will cut it. Probably not, but I'm going to try it. Yeah, they actually will. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. And I'll match it on the other side. That was actually pretty easy. Easier than I thought it would be. I just like to make things a little different. And this will definitely be different. And look at that. That came up and did not stay. So that gives me an opportunity to actually hold it in place. This one here is the one I glued with the hot glue, and it just peels right off. It's really not good. So this one I could actually use to do that. I think that will work. And then just have his hands coming out where he's basically holding on to the frame and he's wanting to come out. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. And it is all fantasy, so, you know, you do what you do to make it work. You just got to make it work. And this one, this piece here is already kind of coming apart. And So, and this is actually going to help a lot. Because now I can keep the hands in place while I secure them. Okay, I don't know why that looks like that, but at least I can. I mean, it's not going to be perfect for sure, and I don't expect it to be, but that will definitely hold it down, and I can paint it and make it look a little different. So that I like. Okay. So now I need to, I don't want to use hot glue because it's not going to stick. So I have to find, I know I have some brads here. I just had them the other day. Okay. Okay, I found my little brads. I'm going to put that right there. Oh, that didn't go in. All right, it's fine. Because I will touch this up anyway, so you know it's fine, perfectly fine. Not going to go anywhere. So now I need to do the same with this one. And I'll have to do that because yeah, that's, I burnt myself on the hot glue gun. So I can do that. I can run this one across, maybe. That. Okay. Get under there. Okay. I'm going to trim that one off. Need that. Oh crap, that one, see? Okay, so I definitely have to fix that. Yeah, that burns. Alright, so now he is secured. Take that out. I don't want that in there. Okay, that's good. That is good. Like I said, this I can repaint. Oh, okay. It is coming up. I can do that. Okay, let me trim this off. I have that tape and I thought it I can put glue under there, and it'll all hold together once I'm done. I'm kind of happy with the way this is turning out. So these are in. So now what I have to do is this. Okay, I need to trim this off just a little so it's at an angle, otherwise it won't lay properly. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now what I need is this. Take a little bit of this. Do it that way. Here it is. So I'm going to put that in there. And I'll stick all this in there. And it will adhere to the legs on the inside of it. It will. But I'm going to put a drop of hot glue just to secure it while it's drying, because it isn't going to stick to it very well anyway, but it'll at least hold it temporarily. Okay. So the evil glue gun. Here we are. So what I did is I just scooted it over just a hair, and I let the glue gun or the glue glob get behind, you know, on this part and around the side here, and it also is touching the other glue, so maybe it will completely dry quickly, because I know this isn't going to work otherwise. And I also have to put the backing on now, because otherwise this will not work. So I'm going to use some B7000 and also the I really liked this glue because it had that really fine nozzle, but this is what happened to it. It just came out. So now I am going to put a little bit of hot glue on here in some places to keep the backer board on while it's drying, because this is going to take a while. And I really hope that this works. So I'm going to put some of this on here, some of this, and hopefully that's all I need. Okay. I was going to put some Halloween scrapbook paper on it, but that didn't work out either, so I just didn't care for the way it looked. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done it on the rib cage. I did it here. I was hoping I could get something under it real quick, but that's not going to happen either. Okay. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, I think this will be okay. It stabilizes it. So I just have to come up with something under there. Maybe some kind of creepy cloth covered something. I think that, like I have some gray creepy cloth. And I was thinking that might work. And I really didn't want all of these to be exactly the same, and they're not, but I think that has actually hindered me in getting this to stay put. I'm going to leave the head so it can be moved whichever way. I'm going to just leave it like that. I'm not going to do anything to the head. But I definitely have to do something to the, yeah, that didn't, the hot glue didn't help. Well, what I'm going to have to do now is just put weights on it, I guess, see if that helps. Don't know. I don't think that's enough. I have to get my clamps. Okay, yeah, that hot glue didn't hold. So, oops, did the wrong one. Okay. And that is just fine. I have a few different kinds of clamps, and I like these the best. They seem to do the best job when it comes to come on. There we go. I'd like some more of these. I have other ones I don't like as much, but you have to use what you have, so these I don't care for at all. But, and I bought some from Harbor Freight, and those were terrible. They did not work at all. Okay, all right. Yeah, these just aren't that great. I don't know where these came from, but I don't like these at all. So I still need a couple there. Let's see if these will work. If they will, I can finish up with these. Some of these I can't even do this with one hand. I gotta. Okay. Two more and that should do it. Okay. Okay, this will have to dry overnight. But that's what it looks like so far. See, it just came off. It didn't hold. And these are Jorgensen's. I thought these were supposed to be good ones. I'm going to take that off. I probably should have done it this way to begin with anyway, so I'm just going to take that off. Because the other glue, the hot glue didn't work, so the other glue will dry overnight. So I really can't do anything to it until it has a chance to dry. So the only thing I need to do is figure out what I'm going to put under here to hold him up in the air. And so that'll take me some time thinking about it, and then how else I'm going to fill in and make it look cool. So, time for me to take a break. See ya in the next portion.